Hi guys, welcome to What Was Mommy Thinking? My name's Crystal and I'm so glad that you're here. If you're new here, I hope that you find this content interesting and that you'll consider hitting that subscribe button. And if you're already a subscriber, thank you so much for being here. I hope everybody's got that bell notification turned on so that when I do post content that you do get alerted. So today is going to be kind of this random video that I wasn't sure about making, but then was like, you know what, this is what's going on in my life right now, and I'm going to share it because if there's anybody out there that can use this information, then great, let's share. So if you want to find out what it is that I'm doing to help set my kids up for a successful school year, from the perspective of being able to help them focus and to stay on task with the things that they have to get accomplished, then please stick around. I'd love for you to join me and give me your feedback and suggestions at the end.
If you need a hand, I am here for you. Walk that extra mile, I would do that too. Just so I could be beside you.
Okay, so Hot Mess Express, you guys. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm not going to get into everything like right now in this moment, but I may do a video soon kind of explaining some of the things that led up to some decisions that my husband and I had to make. But the point of today's video is that my three boys, so I have one in elementary school, one in middle school, and one in high school, and all three of my boys are in a virtual academy. So that is not part of their school system. Their school district is not offering online schooling as an option for this academic year. However, after weighing a bunch of information, my husband and I made the decision to go ahead and pull them out of our school district and virtual school them for now, and probably the remainder of the year. So whatever your decision is, these decisions aren't easy. I pray for moms and dads every single day because there's no rule book for this, and whatever decision that you've made for you and your family, that's fantastic. I hope everything works out really, really well for you. For us, we did decide that virtual schooling and online schooling was the way to go for us this year, and that has been, wow, it has been a really interesting, it's not a journey, it was almost like a fight to try and get a spot for them because spots are limited. And we just finally got our third son approved literally this weekend. He's already missed a week of classes, so I'll be doing some catch up. Anyways, I thought that I would show you guys, you know, I've been putting money in my sinking fund for back to school, right? So this year, back to school looks a little bit different. And the reason that it looks a little bit different is because we didn't need to run out and buy a bunch of new shoes and a bunch of new clothes. One pair of sneakers per kid's going to be about it, and then they each got some clothing, but we didn't need as much as if they were going back to school in person. We had already bought brand new backpacks, we had already bought brand new lunch boxes, and it turns out that that stuff will probably be ready for when they do go back to in-person learning. What I thought I would show you are some of the things that I bought, and I got most everything that you're going to see in this video on Amazon, so anybody can purchase this stuff, and I thought I would share with you what we decided to do. So, big shock to all of you guys, but one of the very first things that I purchased was a paper planner. So for my older two boys, I decided on these planners. They're not quite an 8.5 by 11. I would say they're more of like a, I don't know, maybe an 8 by 8 or 9 by 9. But I thought that these were really cool because they're not too big to carry around. They have a good, durable, like hard plastic cover on them. And when you open them, I'm going to try and show you guys. When you open them, you've got the class schedule stuff. And when you fill out your information and flip over, so you've got all of your stuff listed when you fill out this first part where you put your classes. So that'll carry through for the entire semester. So every time that they turn to a weekly page, oops, those classes still line up because these pages are a little shorter. So they don't have to rewrite those or re-put those in every week. They can just carry them across. And I just thought it was a really cool planner because at the top for each class for each day, it's got these little sections to write like the smaller things, and then down here notes, things that are coming up in the future that you have to prepare for. And I just thought it was a really cool planner. There are notes pages. The months alternate between this neutral gray and black and this neutral like tans and browns. So it's very easy to use whether you're male or female. And then in the back, it's got this little like plastic folder to put things in, and then it's got some stickers to label your tabs. So I just thought that these were a really good academic planner for my boys. And then for Jackson, who is in elementary school, we went with a traditional 8.5 by 11 ring bound, really cool cover, lots of bright colors on it, kind of a superhero vibe. It's got a perpetual calendar in the front. It's got this cool thick bookmark, and then it goes into how to use this planner. And we just thought this was a really good one for him. It's got maps, and it's got all kinds of cool stuff in it for, you know, stuff about the government and the Capitol and the judicial system, common spelling words that might be misspelled. I should probably have this in my planner. Tips for spelling and how to learn your spelling words, and the parts of speech, and just all kinds of really cool tips and tricks. And then when you get to the actual planner itself, it's got a 2 months per page for like some planning, but then you also get your monthly view and then your weekly views. I just thought these weeklies were really cool with the different colors, and they've already got your main 4 subjects, your math, your science, your social studies, and your language arts. There's notes for the week, and I just thought that was super cool for him. Because he is in elementary school, those main 4 subjects are the bulk of what he does. And then in the back, there's this really cool stickers page. So I thought that was awesome. And then on the back cover, I love that this is a ruler. So that is Jackson's planner. And again, all 3 of these planners came from Amazon, and I thought those were great. Let's talk about something that didn't work out. Okay, so because they're not in their school district, we have to return the Chromebooks that the school issued out. So we had to purchase electronic equipment for them, and part of that would be that they needed headsets, right? So I let my middle son pick out a headset, and he picked these. So we got one in the white and one in the black, and as far as I know, these don't work. They don't have a USB plug, and they have to be returned, so I'm waiting to find out about that. And then for each of my boys, I wanted to kind of mix things up. If you virtual schooled your kids at all last year, you know that sitting at your desk for long periods of time like that, and having to focus, and there not being a live person in front of you, it's so much harder to focus when it's a video and you can hit pause or you can hit stop or whatever it is. You don't feel as obligated to be engaged as if you have a live person standing in front of you, and sometimes even that is really challenging. So I spent some time doing a little bit of research about how the brain works, and how if you're doing tactile things while you're trying to be engaged in like a video or something, if you have something tactile, like some of us doodle, some of us will sit and draw pictures or whatever while we're listening to something, and they work different parts of the brain. So I decided what I wanted to do for all of my boys was to make them a basket. Just a little basket that's going to sit on their desk. So it has stuff in them so that if they're needing to watch a video or take notes, that they could have something in that other hand that was kind of tactily distracting them, almost like a fidget type of thing, that they could then use the part of their brain that they needed to use to be engaged otherwise. So I thought I would show you guys. I had so much fun doing this. I thought I would show you guys what are in those baskets and why I picked what I did. So I saved the packaging off of some of them so that I could show you, but I'm going to grab Connor's because it's the one I have here. Okay. So this is Connor's basket. So they're just these little tiny like blue plastic baskets that I use in my office anyway. This is what I store stickers and stuff in. So I had these already laying around the house and didn't have to purchase those. But I wanted to show you guys what's in it. They each got one of these little pop, I don't know if you guys, can you guys see that? So evidently this is a thing. Who knew? And so I bought these on Amazon in a 4-pack. And you basically lay it on your desk, and if you, do your kids push in the lids on the soda pop, like the little things, they have to push them all in? That's what this reminds me of. So, and then when they get it done, they can flip it over and just keep pushing. And it's a little bit of a noise, but it's not an obnoxious noise. And so they each got one of these to lay on their desk and just kind of mindlessly sit and pop and keep distracted with that. Another thing that they got were these Hedgehog Rollers, right? So these came in a 4-pack. Hedgehog Rollers, 4 spike rollers in 4 different colors. And these are to kind of like lay on your desk and kind of rub your hand over or kind of just squeeze. And because they have the little spines on them, it's supposed to, some kind of sensory something. But so that's what they are. And you can sit and mess with them or roll them on your desk. So they each got one of these. And then they each got, I had never seen or heard of these, but this is like a mesh plastic, I don't even know what to call this. And inside of it, I don't know if y'all can see that, there's like a ball, like a marble type thing. Inside of it, it is sewn at both ends, so nothing can come out either end. And it's just something to have in their hand that they can sit and fidget with and push on and kind of just have, right? So just something to fidget with. The next thing came, oh, they each got a couple of those, and I still have some in the pack. Then they each got a like kind of squishy stress ball type thing, and this one's more this one's more firm than some of the other ones, so it takes a little bit more effort to really squeeze. So they each got one of those. And then I bought a 3-pack of these, and I don't know if the camera's going to pick it up but these are those bubble things where you turn it over and it's almost like a timer. There's a certain amount of time that elapses before all of the blue and the pink gets to the other side. And I got them in different colors and different patterns, but each boy got one of them. So that's just a little thing to have on their desk. Then they each got, those were called, in case you're wondering, those were called Liquimo Zigzags, and I got, like I said, they came 3 to a box. I showed you guys the hedgehog. I was going to show you for the stress thingy, but I don't have it with me. So then we got a pack of these. These are called Poppin Pipes, right? So this came as a 4-pack. These may be the most annoying thing ever. Do you hear that? And you can stretch them, you can do all kinds of things, and they make these noises. So again, not something to do while you're on a Zoom call, but it is something like distracting and tactile and fidgety that you can do if you're trying to think of something. And again, those came as a 4-pack. For the little mesh things that I was telling you guys about, this is the package for those. They're by Dermacy. It's called a mesh tube with marble fidget toy for stress and anxiety relief, and it increases concentration. So we'll put that to the test, right? So told you about these. So the next thing is probably one of my older two boys' absolute favorite. These huge, and I do mean huge, 4.5-inch stress balls. The stress ball like no other, squishy you've ever felt. You will feel calm and focused after just a few squeezes of this soft ball. Okay, it's huge, y'all, seriously. So it's meant to sit on the desk, and you can push on it. You can really, it can take a lot, right? So the whole purpose behind this is exactly what it says. If you've ever had like a stress toy or something, this one's supposed to stay on the desk, and you can, squeeze or whatever you need to do. So we got 2 of these, and then my youngest son got a stress pug. It's a little sand and gel filled pug that you squeeze, and was more appropriate for his size hands. Okay, then we got the yo-yo, or yo-ya, my bad, yo-ya stretch balls. Stimulate fine motor skills. Premium pull and stretch 3-ball set. Multi-purpose stress relief ball set. Durable non-toxic rubber construction. Excellent craftsmanship bouncing exercise type balls. Okay, so they each got one of these. It came as a 3-pack, and according to the box, you can really put some but these are just handheld, like smaller, compact type stress things. All right, then the last thing that is in their sensory boxes, and again, it came as a 5. This one came as a 5-pack. This is called Monkey Noodles. Stretch it, pull it, twirl it, wrap it, and squeeze it. This is a monkey noodle. So according to the package, this thing can stretch up to 8 feet. I mean, you can, for kids that like to just kind of have something to fidget with and stuff like that, that's what this is. So those are the components of their little box. So this will sit on their desk when they need something to fidget with, or they're having trouble concentrating, like if they're trying to solve a problem and they keep getting distracted or whatever. Maybe they'll pull something out while they're writing with their other hand. So each of the boys got one of these on their desk. So along those same lines, talking about things that go on their desk, I got each of the boys one of these clear acrylic bins. It has 3 slots in it. This back one will be for the calculators and for little like tabby post-its, and then some colored pencils will go in this smaller spot, and then their pencils and pens and stuff. And I got each of them one of these cool like bubble pens. I don't know if that's going to show up or focus, but it's just like that thing, the little timer thing that they had. It's just different colored in the pens, and it was just fun. Connor got a white calculator with black buttons. Jack got a black calculator, but they each got one of these to put on their desk. RJ had to have a TI 80 whatever it is graphing calculator, so that's what he had. And it's in a special case because it cost an arm and a leg. So in addition to that, this is what the pens came in. If you guys were wondering what the packaging looks like, they came in a 6 set. Excuse me. Then, I don't know if you guys had these as a kid. I had too much fun doing this show. But did you guys have these games as a child where you filled it with water and you push the little button and you try and get the beads and the little spaces? You have to be like on it, right? So I bought one of these, and it has the interchangeable game boards to put on the back. Right now we've just got it on basketball, and all 5 of us have already had like some serious fun with this thing. So we got one of those. Then as a treat, so when my 9-year-old finishes a lesson, I wanted to have something for him and my husband to do as sort of like a break you know, your kids, when they're staring at computer screens and stuff, and adults too, after a certain amount of time, you're supposed to break from looking at the computer screen and focus on something further away, and to change to reduce eye strain and eye fatigue and headaches and things of that nature. So I got this little game here. This is called Can You Guess Who in 10? And this is the Animal Planet version. So there's different versions. And basically there's 50 cards, and whoever has the card can't say the name of the animal, but there's clues on there, and you want to have the other person wants to be able to guess what it is in less than 10 guesses. So this is a fun little game. It comes in like sea animal and geography and different places like that, and this is really cool. So I got this one for my husband to do with Jack as a go-between break. Then another like distance thing for a break from his eyes are these Velcro little boards that you hang on the wall and throw these little ping pong balls that have Velcro on them at it. So I thought that that would be a fun little break for his eyes that wouldn't break anything in the house or destroy anything. So he has this one for my 9-year-old. For my older son, it's already on his desk. It is a suction cup punching bag. So his is already on his desk. And then Connor, we got him an electronic basketball hoop, which I will show you guys here in a minute, but I've piled a bunch of stuff on top of it. I'll get there. So I'm going to grab these right here. I got these for my middle and my youngest boys. So my oldest is in high school. All of his textbooks are virtual, so he has no physical textbooks for class. My middle son has a hybrid. He has some textbooks and some virtual, and then my youngest son, it's all books. So I got each of them a bamboo book stand, and it has the adjustable base so you can adjust the angle at which it sits. And then on the top, this little tray flips down and kind of sits as a shelf to put the book on, and these little arms fold up and hold your pages in place. So they can have this sitting next to their laptop, referencing it and looking at it while they're working on assignments, or if they need to remember certain content, then they can use this. So I'm going to pause you guys really quick to show you the last few items. Okay. So, last few items. My 9-year-old is a huge Mandalorian fan, just like I am. So, I asked each of them if they wanted like a desk lamp or something along those lines. This is what he picked out. Yes, it is a Mandalorian lava lamp. Now, it is so hard for me to let him keep this and not take this because it is so cool. But it is a just a lava lamp with glitter motion in it. It is still in the box. We need to take it upstairs and set it up on his desk for him. Again, Amazon. So along those same lines, when I mentioned a desk lamp, this is the lamp that he chose. It has a Mandalorian, it's just a regular lamp, and then it's got a Mandalorian lampshade. So this will also, and it's fuzzy like a stuffed animal. It's really cool. This was the other thing that he chose for his desk in addition to a Mandalorian mouse pad, like one of those big mouse pads. So those were the items that Jack spent his portion of the back to school money on. So this will go on the desk as well. He's really excited about all of those. And then I told you I would show you Connor's basketball game. So this is the basketball hoop game that we got for him. We did get it on Amazon, and it does hook over his closet door, or it can be mounted to the wall. It takes batteries, it keeps score, has sound effects, and it'll be something that when he needs to take a break with his eyes and he needs to get up and move around a little bit, but he's only got a few minutes, he can jump up, play a little bit of hoops, and get right back to work. For my oldest, who is 15, he got one of these, and it has to be mounted to the wall, which is why it's still in the box. He got one of these, like, speed bags, I think they're called. So you mount it to the wall, you inflate it, and you can hit it and get frustration and stuff out. So other than my son's, my 9-year-old's Mandalorian mouse pad, and it was a big one, his items were a little bit cheaper than my older 2 boys. Like the basketball game was pretty pricey, and the speed bag was pretty pricey, so he got a couple of items for the same amount of money. So that, other than your standard like composition notebooks, crayons, pencils, things of that nature, which I pretty much already had, that's what they got for back to school, and that's what that back to school sinking fund went towards. So all of the items that you saw here were paid for out of the back to school sinking fund that I've been putting into since, I guess, the beginning of the year or so. And when we made the decision to pivot and put them in virtual school, it was such a relief for me and such a sense of security for me to know that that money was there to do things like this for them, to make it better for them, or to at least make it seem a little bit more exciting and a little less whatever it is. The other stuff that we had to buy as far as the equipment, that is from a different area of the finances, but for now, we were able to use that sinking fund and buy all of this stuff, and they're super excited. My other 2 kids already have their baskets at their desks. They've been using them all week. Connor starts tomorrow, so I promised I would get this video filmed so he could have his basket. And it's just been really, really cool to watch them set up their little spaces and kind of get into their groove and get into their routine and develop their new normal. And I'm so proud of them. They have taken all of this like absolute champions. Unfortunately, in our school district, we've already had classroom closures and people having to take off work to stay home with their kids for 10 days, and they've already sent out warnings that that's going to keep happening and parents should be prepared. And all of that roller coaster back and forth, you know, that's hard on the kiddos too. And so I'm just really grateful that things worked out. My husband works from home, and they're able to be here with him and do their virtual learning and be safe, and we'll get through as best we can. So if you saw anything in this video that you think your kiddos would like, or that you want more information about, please leave me a question or comment in the comment section below. I'd be happy to tell you what it was. I tried to show you guys the packaging for everything that I could. If I missed, and I know I missed some because they got thrown out because we've had them for a couple of weeks now, but if I missed packaging on something and you want to know the actual item, I can go back in my cart and link it for you in the comment section and send you the link for it. But if you might want it for your desk at work, if you have a particularly stressful job that is very cognitive and you have to stay still physically and you get a little fidgety, then leave me that in the comments below too, because I know I do, and I'm actually thinking of taking one of those little pop things to lay on my desk at work. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Please consider giving it a thumbs up if you did. This is completely out of my normal type of video that I do, but this is what's going on in my life right now. Right now we're pivoting and transitioning our boys to virtual school, and this is what we're doing. So I thought I would share that with you guys. This is my version of setting up for the week. I did do cooking yesterday. I've done some cleaning today, but this is by far the most important thing that I've done in this weekend and last weekend, is making sure that my boys are set up for success this week, which makes everybody's week go better. I hope that you and your family have had an amazing weekend together. I will try and get this video edited and up for you guys in the next day or two. And until next time, guys, take care of yourselves, be well, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, everybody.